Why, hello everybody, welcome back to more Golden Sun. Let's continue. We are here after our fight with fucking Poseidon. Gotta tell you, that's a little crazy if they have Poseidon for themselves. And here it is, Lemuria. How Babby ever got here is insane to me. I'm not entirely sure how he pulled that off. I assume it was luck. I genuinely think it was just luck. It was Providence. He got lucky. He got here. I don't think he lasted that long after since he didn't get the potion he needed. That's the crazy thing. I don't know how much longer. I mean, well, we do know how much longer this is, right? There's like, we picked up very much just after the events of Golden Sun 1. So by that logic, he didn't last that much longer after he stopped getting his potion. Homeboy was already on the edge of death with the potion. Without that potion, he didn't have that much longer left. Oh, wow. So this is just like an ancient city, isn't it? You. Why, that was Psi energy, wasn't it? Are they adepts? Who are you? Are you the ones who defeated Poseidon? That's quite something. Who are you that you could defeat that Leviathan? If you are strong enough to defeat Poseidon, then you are too dangerous to enter Lemuria. The king's orders are clear. We cannot grant you entry. King? Who's king? Who is your king? His Highness, King Hydros, of course. His Majesty has ruled over Lemuria for centuries. King Hydros has decreed that Lemuria must be kept safe from dangerous outsiders. You say that we are dangerous, but do you include me as well? Peers! Did you join them in the battle against Poseidon? Impossible. Everyone knows you possess great courage, but you're still a mere Lemurian. Such comments do us all a great disservice. I battled fiercely alongside my friends. Leave our landing to me. You have my word that we shall create no problems during our stay. Will you not permit us entry? Piers, I know you are a man of your word, but the king's orders must stand. You understand that we cannot simply ignore the king's orders, don't you, Piers? What is King Hydros doing? So you people really do take your king seriously, don't you? Insolent pup! Do not dishonor the king of Lemuria. We are peaceful, but quick to anger. Pup? I must be twice your age. Who are you calling a pup? You wish to see Lemuria, and yet you know so little of us? I am far older than you. Show respect. Psh! Far older than me. Inconceivable. Creighton. These two are perhaps older than all of you combined. Babby must have spoken of this to you. In Lemuria, time passes quite slowly. Ah, well, I suppose I recall something of that sort or another, maybe. But to imagine for a moment that these two gentlemen are older than I am, it's a bit much. Perhaps I was rude, and I hope you accept my apology. My ignorance misled me. Well, just so long as we're clear on that. But if your fighting is skilled as your wordplay, then perhaps you aren't so dangerous to us. I agree. Perhaps His Majesty will provide an exception in their case. King Hydros might be willing to reverse his order if we confer with him, wouldn't he? We shall speak with him at once. King Hydros has been seeking news from beyond the Sea of Time. He will want to see you. Wait here. How long do you think we'll be waiting? Good point. Time means little to most Lemurians. Mere moments to us could seem like a lifetime to outsiders. You seem young to me, and yet you are probably an old man among your people. I would imagine that you have probably done enough waiting in your lifetime. King Hydros instructed us to be kind to the elderly at all times. They seem trustworthy enough. Shall we let them in? I could see no reason not to. We won't get in trouble, will we? I will be with them. Now please let me walk the streets of my home once more. I beseech you. Then we place our trust in each of you. You may enter, but do not do anything rash. If you cause any trouble, we'll hunt you down and exact swift and terrible vengeance. Do we have your word? Ooh, finally! What could be waiting for me in Lemuria? I can't wait for another moment. Oh, hush, I'll keep a close eye on them. You have nothing to fear. Very well, Piers. We place our faith in you, then enter freely and peaceably. You must already be aware of this, but you are not permitted to enter the palace. If the king were to find out about this, we'd both be in big trouble. Don't worry, I won't let that happen. Is this Hydro really so fearsome? Fearsome isn't the right word. King Hydros has lived longer than anyone. He is most wise. While everyone respects him and holds him in great reverence, it would be a mistake to call it fear. I certainly do not fear him. The king, he what? You will understand once you meet the king yourself. But that does not matter now. Let's go. Lemuria, the city you've all been longing to see. I mean, after what we've been through, it explains why Isaac and his company probably couldn't get here. I mean, assuming they could find it. Assuming they could find the fog, which I assume they did. Their bigger trouble would be getting past it. More of the same today and every day. Nothing around here ever changes. I could see that definitely being a thing. I mean, it's like the elves, right? Like, the elves had that same issue. I haven't been surprised in ages. I don't know what I'd do if something happened. Oh. So people around here are really just bored. Oh! Goodness! Oh, come on. This place is remarkable, truly remarkable. Who goes there? I've not seen you in Lemuria before. Wait a moment. You must be the travelers who arrived with Piers. Is your name Felix, perchance? Piers? You mean Piers, the lost one? I have earned a title in my absence? Well, worry not. Piers is lost no more. I seek counsel with King Hydros. Has His Highness been told of my return? Word was sent, but I do not know if it has reached the king. What do you mean? Lord Conservito is speaking with His Highness as we speak. Oh, one sec, guys. My battery just died in this controller. Whoops. It didn't give me a warning. That's crazy. Let me just plug this back in. There we go. Not Conservato. What's wrong, Piers? You do not look pleased to hear that name. Crane, what do you think of what you've seen of Lemuria? It is magnificent. It is a magnificent city. Or do you mean of the castle? Both are magnificent. And you, Felix, do you agree? Any newcomer to our town would doubtlessly feel the same at first. In ages past, Lemuria was a far lovelier, more grand, and far lovelier, more grand, and a more lively city. His Highness, the King, tells of days gone by of a more brilliant Lemuria long before my birth. Over the countless years, our people have lost vigor, enthusiasm, creativity. Lemuria has fallen into slow collapse, a city that has lost its spark. Lemuria, as you see it, is only a shadow of the city of legend. If only I had a chance to see the city in all of its splendor, but how does Lord Conservato play into this? King Hydros believes that our decay is related in some way to alchemy. Alchemy? King Hydros wants to find a way to stop the ruin of Lemuria. If there were anything we could do to help stop it, we would. But the senators are unwilling to take action. They're stubborn and they fear any change. Senate? What Senate? The Senate is a group of elders who determine policy in Lemuria. Lord Conservato holds the highest office in the Senate. The Senate usually opposes any new ideas or proposals introduced before it. Word of our arrival will never reach the king as long as Conservato has his ear. And his conversations with the king are incredibly long. We have no choice but to wait patiently here. Why don't we spend our time looking around Lemuria then? Looks to me like we'll have to find another way into the city. If they're not going to let me in normally, I'm going to have to find a different way in. I will not be stopped, game. You will not stop me. Uh-oh. Are you travelers that came here with Piers? I'm sorry it's taking me so long to visit, Uncle. Piers, you're alive! Yes, I've managed to survive against a great many trials. What a fascinating coincidence! I've stumbled across Piers's uncle's house. I must thank you all for looking after my nephew. This is Felix and Creighton. They are friends and have aided me tremendously. If my sister could only hear how timid young Piers has become a mighty warrior. Where is my mother? We've been so busy since we arrived, I haven't had a chance to see her. Now that I think about it, this place is a mess. What happened? My mother is always so neat. No, she hasn't fallen ill again, has she? There is still illness in Lemuria? My mother was born with a weak heart. Piers, I'm sorry. Your return comes too late. After the tidal wave washed you to sea, your mother suddenly fell ill. The shock of losing you was too great for her poor heart. She held out hope for your safe return until the very end. Perhaps your mother gave herself up to ensure your survival. Does that not sound like your mother? Where is she now? She rests in the cemetery now. Check the headstones. You will find her. Yikes. What should we do, Felix? Should we follow Piers? You're right. Piers probably needs some time alone right now. Damn. He got... Wait. I ask that you leave Piers to his mourning for now. Now he is struggling with the loss of his mother. He needs time. You came to Lemuria to learn more of alchemy, did you not? I suspect as much. Piers was right to bring you here. Piers told me his secret, the mission he was given by His Highness the King. Even if the tidal wave had not carried Piers off, he would have left us. Such was his fate. You look confused. Did Piers not tell you about this? Piers told you about this, did he not? Curious. I can't understand why he would do that. If Lord Conservato had not led the Senate to oppose him, he would have left sooner. I wonder what news Piers brought with him. Either way, I do know why he has brought you here. Felix, don't tell me he has at least told you that much. Did Piers tell you nothing before bringing you to Lemuria? Unfortunately, I know little more than that. While Piers confronts his sorrow over the loss of his mother, you have some time. I shall write you a letter, so that you can see Lumpa. Lumpa has locked himself in his tower and rarely comes out, but if I send him this, he will see you. There, you should be able to go see him now. House of the Senate. Well, there's Piers. Not gonna bother him. Not sure what this is, but yeah, we'll go with it. Okay. Not much up here. It's not that I saw. Yeah, nothing here. Are you kids Pierce's traveling companions? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened the window just above the door. Sorry about the climb. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. Is there another way down? What? Oh, those are stairs. Oh, I thought that was part of the scenery. Those are stairs. Oh, that's... I don't like that. Honestly, I'm amazed anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Piers isn't with you. Why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. Of course. His mother... He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. It must be hard on him. Well, Piers may not be here, but ye still have much to discuss. If Piers brought you here, he must be working to break the seal on alchemy, correct? That doesn't make sense. He would not have brought you to Lemuria if he weren't helping. What mission could the good king have assigned to Piers? What? Piers has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy. Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan far to the north. We are only firing the lighthouse beacons to gain their freedom. King Hydros told me that the Venus and Mercury lighthouse have been lit. Once again, was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of any Northern Fire Clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You are clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Crane joined us on this quest on behalf of Lord Babby of Tolby. Babby? I only know of one man named Babby, but it couldn't be. Master Lumpa? Master Lumpa? The Babby we speak is the same man you knew long ago. Ah, so he's still out there. Living out in the outside world. Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate? My, you certainly have an odd way of turning a phrase. He was living, yes, until recently. So Babby passed away, but only recently, you say? When he finally ran out of his mystic draughts, his spirit began to wane. Then I no longer know anyone in the outside world. But aren't you the Loompa? Aren't you Loompa, the righteous thief? I was called that once long ago. Why do you ask? I bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. And who would that be? There's a town called Loompa in the northern Angara. A man named Dampa lives there. I settled that village, and Dampa? He is my son. Now your grandson, Dadampa, rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one. It's an accurate one, Loompa. Dadampa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen? Master Loompa, don't you have any idea how old Dampa is? He is as I am, an old man. He may be older than I. Oh, yeah, about that. Now that I think back on it, they don't know about what we did, do they? Because Dampa's no longer in charge. He's currently sitting in the bottom of a dungeon with a monster on top of him, if I recall correctly. We kind of dealt with that in Golden Sun 1, but they don't know that. They have no idea. So from their perspective, this is actually what happened. This is actually the truth. But no, Dadampa is not currently in charge. If this news outrages you, why don't you go and set Dadampa straight? If only I could. Is this the only reason we're here? To bring news to the outside world? Yes, I'm sorry. We were sidetracked, but we have much more to discuss. But before we begin, there is something I must say. You don't mind, do you, Felix? Clearly, your judgment on this matter is fogged, Felix. I must speak. I have discussed this with none but Felix, but I have my own reasons for this quest. What do you mean? Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacons lit again. Why are you telling us this now? Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Babby should order me to research alchemy. Hey, wait a minute. Is this what you promised to tell us once we reach Lemuria? Yes. May I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, there were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At that moment, alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane, until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now, suggesting that this may be related to the seal on alchemy. Let me get this straight. You felt you couldn't tell us this until we were in Lemuria? And you only waited to come to Lemuria to test your theories to see if it was true? But even if everything you said is true, what does it all mean? If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, won't it, Kraden? Piers never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as the others in Lemuria, hold the same beliefs that you do, Kraden. You do? Civilizations thrive by building upon the knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization. But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of decay you have theorized. I think it is best that you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Kraden, we shall go visit the king. But the king is in council with Lord Conservato. We might not be allowed in. Conservato? That fool! He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Ah, stupid door. Ah! Ah, at last you are open. To the king's chambers. Loompa ought to be as old as Lord Babby, but he has so much more energy. He's got a fire in him. I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Babby, though. But come, Felix, the king's palace we go. Apparently there's a Jinn here. Apparently. So the rumor has it. But I'm not entirely sure where it is, because I don't think I've ever gotten this. I've never gotten to this point in the game before. One of those moments where I have to admit I do not know the game nearly as well as you would think I do. Like, I just don't. Even if I wanted to, I don't know it. So, you know, when I say this, understand I say this genuinely. I don't know this game. Oh, okay, we can't do it yet, can we? Oh, Piers is not there. Okay. I guess that's a good thing. He must have gone inside with the others. I don't think there's much I really want to do for this episode. I think we're pretty much done. Is it you? Oh, come on. Well, I guess it probably wouldn't because none of them are shining, so obviously none of them have anything. And I have a feeling that Lemuria probably doesn't care much about weapons or fighting, because let's face it, idyllic civilizations very rarely ever seem to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this really what we're doing right now? Fuck me. Okay. Of course, I don't have any of the coins, because fucking Piers has them. You fucking cunt. Piers has my coins. I don't have them. Piers has them. Because of course he fucking does. Why wouldn't he? Anyways, everybody, we're going to wrap this episode up with that. I think I'm already pushing. Yeah, I'm about where I need to be for the episode. Anyways, next time we play, we can continue where we left off and see what King Hydros has to say. Stay tuned, everybody. I'm signing out.